Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Sean Manaea gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
The pride and joy of Andrew High School in Gary, Indiana. Sean Manaea, he had the no-hitter against the Boston Red Sox, one of the tougher lefties, who reminds me a lot of Sid Fernandez. Low three-quarter arm angle, mid to upper 90s fastball, good curveball, one of the top young left-handed pitchers in all of baseball.
Digging in, Luis Arias, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one. A ball and a strike. The temperature here at first pitch, a very seasonal 63 degrees this afternoon. The 1-1. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Behind 0-2 now. Weak grounder down the line at third. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Davis going back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo home run for Jorge Polanco. First home run of the campaign for him as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started, but to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
To the plate now, Mick Lynch. And that misses for ball 1. One out, nobody on. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
I can't tell you how big a pitch that is right there to be called a ball. 2-0 as an offensive player, man, it's almost 70% fastball. 1-1, he opens up the entire arsenal to get you out.
Behind on the swing that time, and it's 2-1. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Mick Lynch has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
The 1-2. High and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in, Mitch Garver. His career numbers against Minaya, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. He's set. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Laureano will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But the Twins fire the opening salvo as they're on the board courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up, and the Twins are off to an early 1-0 lead. Jose Barrios is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Number 22.
And now pitch on the way. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So digging in now, Tony Kemp. He'll get to take his first cuts here. That finds the zone, a called strike. Bases are empty, one man out. It's 1-1 to Tony Kemp. The 1-1.
Ball, that's out.
He takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. 1-0 the count. 2 out, nobody on. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land untouched.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count.
Count is 1-2.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Lynch is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the A's. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in, Eddie Rosario, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
0-1, here it comes. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2. hit sharply on the ground. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Standing in now, Colin Lynch, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Now a fastball right down Hegenberger. It's 0-2. Rosario on at first, nobody out. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Here's Byron Buxton now, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. The 0-1 delivery.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
The 1-1 home. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Laureano is there, two gone. Striding forward now is the DH, Pete Lynch. From the belt, the pitch. Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate. He knows he has a cold zone away. But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Pete Lynch has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play cool right now, but you can bet inside his head he's on top of the world.
Stepping in now, Luis Arias, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
One and one. Here it is. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
Jorge Polanco is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Good change of speeds, but he lays off 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Three and 1 now as that misses down and in.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Striding in once again, Mick Lynch. He singled his last time up. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Davis is after it, and he makes the catch as just the 1 run comes across in the inning. Twins forced to settle for 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Minnesota leads this one. At the plate, Matt Olson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he gets ahead 0-1. And Olson with a drive out to deep right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So now it's Mark Canha. As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
When you drive the ball into the gap like that, nothing but good things can happen. Neither one of the outfielders had the wheels to catch up to it, and he glides easily into second for a double. Now we'll see if the guys behind him can get him in.
Ready now, Matt Chapman, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, 0-1.
Looking for a productive at-bat here. Get that runner from second over to third.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. A runner at second, nobody out. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
In there, strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
In now, Austin Allen, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. And he fouls this one off. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are tied 2-2. New inning set to get underway, and next will be the imposing power bat, Miguel Sano. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The 0-1 on its way.
One ball, one strike.
This one is crushed. Back, and gone. A solo shot that time for Miguel Sano. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Twins have taken the lead. It's now 3-2.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
At the plate now, Mitch Garver. as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. The windup and the 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. One and two to the Twins catcher. No outs, nobody on. Still 1-2. Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. From the belt, the pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Davis is under it. Makes the play, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Colin Lynch. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish. Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
A 1-1 is a fastball that misses.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. And good for him. Colin Lynch has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Buxton has what you'd call elite speed. His legs are a big part of his game on both sides of the scorecard.
This is one tool, Matty, I know nothing about. I used to get to first base, hand my batting gloves to the first base coach, give daps to the first baseman and be like, yo, what's up? This guy gets on first base and he's thinking about second and third.
Laureano is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Next will be the designated hitter, Heath Lynch. He reached on a single in his first try. Here it comes.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Stepping up to the plate, Luis Arias. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking a pitch.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Davis on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So 2 home runs. Coming to the plate now, Ramon Laureano. He went down swinging to start the home first. Now here's the pitch. Set to deliver the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away. So striding forward now, Tony Kemp. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning so he won't be nibbling.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he is in complete control now. 7 strikeouts as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard down the left field line, but it drops foul down there in the home bullpen area. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said he's been really impressed with how they've hit in at-bats when they fall behind in the count. 5 of their hits have come from those at-bats. And although they don't want to get behind in the count as often, it's a great sign that they're not defeated when they do.
All right, Heidi, thank you. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in Jorge Polanco to hit next.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
To first. He's got it. And they will get... No, he's in there. A very close play at first.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
At the plate, Mick Lynch, as he'll take a look at ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The 1-0 is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Two and 1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Two and 2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Here's Miguel Sano as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Standing in now, Mitch Garver, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. After it is Davis. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Minnesota, and it remains 5-2. Here.
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First delivery to him on the way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
The 1-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Rosario coming on. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canha. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. 4th inning here, already a 5-2 score. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Matt Chapman will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. But no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. Just hung in there on that one. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Another one sent foul. He'll try again, 1-2. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 1-1 home. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center. First home run of the campaign for him. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 2 out, nobody on. And he misses here with a slurve, even at 1-1. Pitch on the way. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Boy, Dero, that's awful scary from a pitcher standpoint, but what's it feel like when you hit one as a hitter that you know it's going right at a pitcher?
Yeah, it's scary from the offensive standpoint as well. You know, you're taught to hit it right back where it came from, but those moments right there make you cringe as you're coming out of the box. We got lucky with that.
In now, Austin Allen, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So it's an early shower here this afternoon, as this will not go down as one of his better outings. Randy Dobnak is out from the bullpen now, as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Randy.
Here's the 1-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Athletics strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. We played 4. It's the Twins 5 and the Athletics 4. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Eddie Rosario.
Number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Now a flare out to left center. Here comes Davis. He's there and records the first out. Digging in now, Colin Lynch. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat. Slider bends into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike.
Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher. It's execution and location that has always been his bugaboo. And that's exactly what happened here. I know he's ahead 0-1, but he's finding the heart of the plate way too often.
A 2-ball 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Mike Fiers is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day. Byron Buxton will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. From the stretch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fiers playing here in his age 34 season. He was taken in the 22nd round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
1-0.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
To the plate now, Pete Lynch, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0. bouncer up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box, Luis Arias. As he'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Twins. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it was clear his guys were locked into their at-bats from the very first pitch. And that's something they emphasized in the pregame meetings. He's happy they got the message, as now they've gotten into the bullpen. And they put up some solid run production in the early part of this game.
Thank you, Heidi. Set now for the bottom of the 5th. Digging in now, Ramon Laureano. First pitch on its way. The 0-1 delivery.
Ball, that's outside.
Hit hard down the left field line. But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball. Fouled away. Down the first baseline. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear him.
Ready for another shot now, Tony Kemp. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Now here's a ball heading for the right field corner. This has the distance, and it stays fair. Home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and this one gives him the lead at 6-5. That's dinger number 6 on the day between these two lineups. I feel like I'm watching home run derby here, guys.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2. And the pitch. Popped him up. Polanco has a play. 1 down. Twins are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. Not the opening day he wanted to have, unfortunately.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. First offering on its way.
That's a ball.
And a ball, 1-0. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Here's a swing, and he loses the bat from his hands as it heads over toward the first base dugout. Looks like everyone's okay, however. Ready to deliver the 1-2. The swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Gone! A solo shot that time for Matt Olson. His second home run of the game, and they take a 7-5 lead. Bailey is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 15, Homer Bailey.
Into the box now, Mark Canha. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. And that'll bring in Matt Chapman. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back-to-back-to-back. It's not a good idea to show a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 5 innings complete. It's the A's 7 and the Twins 5. Jorge Polanco will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And the pitch. Here comes the 0-1.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. Allen is after it. A throw down to first, 1 away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Ready for another chance? Mick Lynch. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he takes this one high. 1-1. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Miguel Sano. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Chris Davis.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
That's count 0-2.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
And it's fouled away. Bailey into his motion. 0-1 pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Chasing after it is Rosario. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. A's are gone in order. They lead it 7-5. 7th inning ready to roll. And now it'll be the catcher, Mitch Garver.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Here comes the first pitch.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. So the Twins put their leadoff hitter on to get the inning started.
Well, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
At the plate, Eddie Rosario. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Nobody out, runner on first. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Standing in now, Colin Lynch, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Lined into right, a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
So coming to the plate, Byron Buxton, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Fouled off.
If you're on the mound right here, why not continue to climb the ladder if he's going to continue to swing at it?
Here comes another 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's a big strike out there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball one. 2 down, runners at first and second. 2-0 now.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
To the right side and through, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Ro.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
Yasmero Petit answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Now at the plate, Luis Arias. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Comes set. The 0-1.
I'm shocked he was even able to foul that one away. Now he's got to set his sights back over the heart of the plate and maybe be ready for something inside.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Fastball right back to the mound. And they get the force at home. Whatever works as the side is retired. Twins leave the bases. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ramon Laureano. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And it's fouled away. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Tony Kemp will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses, ball 1.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that splitter again. He's looking for a double play, and that pitch certainly has enough depth on it.
Corey Garrett takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. A runner at first with no outs here. bottom part of the zone. A good changeup gets the call. Guerin was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got one or two big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play. Stepping into the box, Marcus Semien. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0.
Hey. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Runners on first with 1 down. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Working for the punch out and the offering. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. Matt Olson will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 8th inning coming up. Oakland is on top in this one, 7-5. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring in Jorge Polanco to hit next. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Roll, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day, and we saw that here this afternoon, a ball flying out at near record pace.
First pitch on its way. In the air to straightaway right. Piscotty is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Joaquin Soria enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Here comes Miguel Sano is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Stepping in, Mark Canha. He went down on strikes last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run, but it's the center fielder who gets there. And that's the first out of the inning. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show Track. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Now at the plate, Matt Chapman. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball one.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And he takes ball two, and it's 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 2-1.
Nope, outside.
Chris Davis is on deck. The 3-1. In the air now, out to right field. Long run for the right fielder, and this one will bounce into the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves.
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. To second now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
So that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty as he'll cut on and miss at a good slider at the knees for strike one. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Squared that one up just a little late. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Swing and a ground ball to third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Now at the plate, Austin Allen 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with Tyler Duffy was called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. At the plate now, Ramon Laureano, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Duffy, a right-hander standing 6'3". He was a 5th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now. And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. First delivery to him on the way.
You know, he put himself in trouble right here, but he is finding a way to make pitches, and he's got a chance to get out of this thing.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2 out, bases loaded. And another foul ball. The 0-2, and he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. But the A's get a run on this RBI double. Liam Hendricks comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one. And next, the dangerous power threat, Mitch Garver.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
No balls and 1 strike. Ready with the 0-1. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Here's the pitch. Eddie Rosario comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the 2nd out of the inning. Stepping up now, Colin Lynch. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. He's set and the pitch. Fouled away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Liner towards second. Throw on to first will be in time to take care of him, and the A's move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
8-5 today. The Athletics used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Mike Fiers claims the win out of the pen, his first. Liam Hendricks earns the save out of the bullpen, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Here now